Hi everyone, it's your friendly ex-Muslim. I have a video of a man from Qatar apparently that's showing his son on social media, advising him the proper Islamic way to beat your wife. Yes, you heard me right. The proper Islamic way to not beat and to beat your wife. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but let's get into it.
الرجل لابد انه يحسس زوجته بايش؟ بقوتها. انت ليش ما تسمعين الكلام؟ كم مره انا اقول لك؟ كم مره انا انبهك انك انت تسمعين الكلام؟ مو بقايل لك انك انت ما تطلعين من البيت الا باذن؟ شوف شلون؟ هذا تعنيف شوي.
So right away you'll notice the type of scolding he's doing has to do with limiting his wife's autonomy. He's not talking about her cheating on him. She's not talking about her, for example, neglecting the children. He's not talking about her not doing her share. What he's saying is, you did something without my permission. You went out of the house without my permission. Like this, the level of the lack of self-awareness in this man, because of maybe the culture that he's in and his entitlement and his misogyny, is just insane. For people over here living here to hear something like this, it's like bizarre. It's wild to hear this man think that this is enough for him to beat his wife over. And let's see what he says next.
طبعا هي ترد عليه وانا زهلي قايل لك لا تطلعين. كم مره اقول لك لا تطلعين؟ شوف الضرب شلون؟ قلت لك لا تطلعين، ضرب خفيف اخواني الافاضل، لا تطلعين مره ثانيه، فاهم ولا لا؟ فاهم ولا لا؟
Now he's after lightly beating her on the shoulders, as he put it, which of course is his own style. It doesn't say that in the hadith or anything. Now he's shaking her, and he's actually taking this misogyny and this wife abuse, and he's passing it on to his young son. He's showing his young son that this is how, I treat your mom, and this is okay. Right? Now, before anyone jumps in and says that, well, this is not allowed in Islam, let's just look and see what the Quran says. The Quran says right here that, those wives whom you fear nushuz, arrogance, first advise them, then forsake them in bed, and finally strike them. So, it literally says beat them. Now, this is not an analogy, this is not a metaphor. This is not hit the road, like hit the road Jack, right? It's not like that, right? Or like hit it, This is like actually talking about hitting in the context of a woman, a man and a woman, right? And then it says if they obey you, then seek no means against them, right? So you can just imagine, a man in the 7th century, right, writing this. Men are in charge of women by right of what Allah has given one over the other, meaning the men are the ones that take care of the women in that society, and what they spend from their wealth, meaning the man earns and he spends on his wife. So righteous women are devoutly obedient, guarding in the husband's absence what Allah would have them guard. Meaning, when the man goes out to do his trade or to fight in a war to get war booty, and this is what Muhammad was doing in his lifetime, the woman is supposed to protect her chastity while he's gone, right? And then when he comes back, right, if he's afraid that she cheated on him, basically, or for whatever reason, she doesn't even have to do anything wrong, he just has to fear that he can hit her. It says that right there, right? Don't sleep with her, forsake them, and even hit them, right? This is what we're talking about. So going back to Mr. Qatari man here, he's shaking her, and he's internalizing this to his child as well.
شوف شلون اخواننا الافاضل، هذا هو الضرب في الاسلام، لكن بعض الناس يعطيها بوكس ويضرب كف على وجهها وما ادري ايش، هذا لا يجوز. الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم شوفوا.
Look at the mercy of the Islamic religion, so merciful. It doesn't allow you to beat your wife in the face. But of course, you can beat her any other way you like. And in fact, this is all made up by this guy. None of this is specified. There may be actually a hadith that says don't hit the face or whatever. But other than that, in terms of like, you know, using a toothbrush or how you beat the wife, I mean, none of that is there in the Quran, especially for the Quran lovers, Quranists, people that insist on not going by hadith. I mean, it's all there, right? If you want to look at the hadith, doesn't make it any better.
الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم نهى عن اللطم وضرب الوجه، نهى أن الرجل يضرب وجه المرأة، لا يجوز. يعني أضربها كف، أضربها على رأسها، أضربها على خشمها.
So if the hadith says beating on the face, even outline the face, you know, just to make sure you know what, if this is the excluded region which you're not allowed to hit. Well, where did the rest of that come from? Shoulder, abdomen, or any other place? Clearly, you're going by the hadith that says don't hit in the face. So if the hadith says that, then where's the rest of this coming from? It's not there. You're literally making it up, right?
هذا كله حرام ولا يجوز. نهى الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم الضرب ضرب تأديبي. شوف شلون، لا تطلعي مرة ثانية، سمعي الكلام. ضرب ما يعلم ولا يسبب رفوض ولا يسبب دم. هناك بعض البنات يروحون مركز الشرطة عند.
So this shows you the real problem with Islamic teachings, that as he's saying, the married people going to the police department and they're in critical condition. He's talking about women with bleeding and broken hands and legs, like, and this is what enabled them. Speaking of which, this issue is not just a new issue, but the fruits of Islam have been showing even back 1400 years ago. If you go all the way back, we have it recorded in Sahih al-Bukhari that Aisha said, I have not seen any woman suffering as much as the believing women. She said this because the wives of the Muslims were being beaten. They were being beaten so bad that in this case, this lady came with green skin, and Aisha even said, look, her skin is greener than her clothes because of all of her bruising. So we can see that because Islam, or because Allah so-called allowed beating of your spouse, this is what ends up happening. Wouldn't it have been better if the Quran just said, don't hit your wife, period? Not beat your wife and then, you know, not hit, and then you have people like him saying, don't do this and don't do that. The Islamic religion is so merciful, but look at the fruits of the religion. If this is the outcome, then how is this a merciful religion? How is this a merciful God that taught this and allowed this?
السرم بهدلة دم خشمه ينزف، هذا مجرم. لا تقولون هذا الإسلام بريء عن هذه التصرفات.
So there you have it. Islam is free of these people that beat their wives and cause them bleeding, because you're only allowed to hit lightly on the shoulders, not the face, not the abdomen. Why is that? How is that? I don't know, because some guys in Qatar said it. But apparently, this is the mercy of the Islamic religion, that you can tell your wife not to go out without your permission, and you shout at her, you shake her, you hit her shoulders lightly, and this is all merciful according to this guy. It's funny, like, how backwards this is, how uncivilized this is, and how with a straight face, with a smile on his face, he can actually smile at the camera and say, this is how beautiful the Islamic religion is. Dude is totally twisted up. This is not beautiful, this is not nice, this is not merciful, this is not right, this is not just, this is backwards, this is misogynistic, this is evil. And this is not what any religion should be encouraging its followers to do. You can see the outcome of such teachings. It's irresponsible, it's reckless, and it's wrong. And this is what we get. This is what we get because of what the Quran says and what the Hadith says. Let me know what you think about this video, and let me know what you think about what this man is saying. Beating lightly, not in the face, but only in the shoulders. Next week it'll be something else. Thank you to my patrons for your continued support. Like the video, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you guys later. This is your friendly ex-Muslim Abdullah Samir signing out.